Good evening, Windigo fans, and welcome to the first edition of Windigo Live, your Wisconsin Windigo weekly live stream. We hope to make it weekly, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll get right to it. I got some guests tonight. We've got your captain, Cole Mickel, hometown, Castle Rock, Colorado. I'm quite familiar with that, living in Colorado myself for 26 years. He's your captain, 31 games played. He's got 14 assists. Solid defenseman. Got a bright future ahead of him. He is committed to Niagara University in the Atlantic Hockey D1 division. We also have with us, we'll go ahead and bring Cole in here. Welcome, Cole. Oh, and now we can't hear you. Uh-oh. Can't hear you. Let's see. All right, and then he had to jump out. We've got Ben Anderson and Victor Widlund in here. Victor, one of your assistant captains, is along with Ben. And here comes Cole. Victor through 31 games, 7 goals, 16 assists, 23 points. Solid offensive forward. And then we've got Ben Anderson in here, a big Ben Anderson down in front of the net on the power play is dangerous. He had 2 power play goals last weekend. Through 30 games, he has 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points. So welcome, gentlemen. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Good. So obviously, the whole purpose of this is to get to know the players and not just show highlights, to actually get to know you guys and really appreciate you guys coming on. But let's talk a little bit about last weekend. I know you always like to look forward to what's coming up, but that was a big series last weekend. A good shot at redemption. What was the feeling after sweeping the Brown Bears?
I think just overall in the room, it was huge for us to get those 2 games against them. I mean, coming into the weekend, they had our number at the beginning of the year, and we were 0-4 going into the weekend against them, and it was just huge to continue playing well for us. I mean, we've been on a good stretch here as of late, and we just want to continue it and keep gaining points and make that push for playoffs. So it was big and brought the locker room, brought out a lot of energy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Definitely, and it's definitely a team effort, and we can see the growth over the last few weeks. How you gentlemen has gelled as a team. In your last 10, you're 8-1, 0-1. You are one of the hottest teams in the entire league, and I just want to say congratulations on that. Let's keep it rolling.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So, as far as being first, coming to a new town, and setting up shop here in Eagle River, which is certainly a small town compared to where you guys were playing last time. What do you find as the most rewarding aspect of playing in a small town?
Yeah, I think just, when you go out in public, go to the coffee shop, the Daily Grinder, wherever, people know who you are and they'll come up to you, say nice game, or, that small town feel where everyone kind of knows everyone. It's nice.
Right.
Yeah, where I it's a new country for me as well, and felt good where I am from, home in Sweden. It's bigger than here, but it's a pretty small town compared to other towns in Sweden. So it's kind of felt similar to home. People recognize you, you recognize people, and yeah, so it's been a good time so far for sure.
Uh-huh.
I
And
mean, I love it. It's just love small towns. Like everybody knows everybody, like both of them said, and it's just really nice to go out in the community and do community service, and then you see those people the next day at the rink or the coffee shop or at the store, and it's just great to see them and talk to them and get to know them outside of hockey. So it's really nice being here.
right, right. What do you guys find to be the biggest challenge as far as being so far away from home? Victor, I think we should start with you being the furthest away from home.
I mean, obviously, it's a new language, a language that I knew about before. But there's a lot of words that I need to know to like have a good conversation with a person. Like I gotta ask. Sometimes, and it's not always easy. But I mean, it's been fun, and the challenges is like I don't take them too serious. Like things is gonna happen. I gotta learn on the way, and I mean, if nothing happens, it's a boring life. So
Mm-hmm. Now, is the Windigo your first team that you've played for in the U.S.?
yes, it is. I played my entire career almost around like 40 minutes, 40 minutes from home. So it's a difference, but nice to come here to Eagle River and play for the Windigo.
Excellent. And what are your I mean, what do you envision? I mean, your long-term goal, is it to make it to the NHL?
I mean, obviously, for I think every hockey player that still like plays on a competitive level have that goal. But in the short term, I want to play Division One hockey here in the States. So long term NHL, short terms it's playing Division One hockey.
Right. And who were some of your hockey idols uh, growing up?
I really don't have anyone, but growing up, Louis Eriksson played for the Bruins and Dallas Stars in Vancouver, Arizona. This is Axel.
What's up?
Other roommate.
What's going on here?
What's up,
Hey,
Baggy?
what's going on?
Oh, what's up? Sorry, I was grabbing my headphones. They didn't. Have a good night.
So Ben, same questions to you. Obviously, I'm guessing you would like to reach the NHL as well.
Yeah, obviously that'd be awesome, but I just like to take it one step at a time. So right now, just trying to win games and hopefully play Division One next year. And once I get there, we'll see what happens. But
Sure,
I keep it pretty short term.
sure. That's a good thing. What about you? Who are some of your hockey idols?
I didn't have too many. I liked Ovechkin a lot growing up, but never really had one player that I, idolized that much, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. And what about you, Cole? I mean, you're already committed to play D1 next year. And that's a pretty good program, Niagara. What do you obviously your goal is the same as these other guys, I'm sure, to make the NHL. What are some of the players you looked up to?
I mean, growing up in Colorado, I was a huge Avs fan. So when I was younger, I was a forward. So I really liked Joe Sakic. I've got countless stories of seeing him at the youth rinks and getting his autograph probably 25, 30 times and just annoying him. But I would say Joe Sakic and Adam Foote. And then once I transitioned to D full time, started watching Adam Foote and then started watching guys like Drew Doughty and Eric Carlson a lot. So like those.
Yeah. And that when you said the Avalanche, that was one of my favorite teams, and I got to thinking about now how actually old I am because I was out there when they won their first cup and hit all the games during that series, all the home games. And yeah, that was a pretty exciting time.
Yeah.
Forsberg and Lemieux and yeah, but one hell of a team there, and the rivalry with the Red Wings for sure. That was some great hockey.
Yeah, those were always fun games to go to
Yeah.
and into town.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you guys like to do when you're away from the rink? What are your some of the other interests that you have?
I mean, I'm a big gamer. I like to play video games. So probably that. Spending time with, like, we're four guys in the same room, so we're spending a lot of times together.
Little NHL tournaments. Is that what you got going on?
I'm not a big NHLer actually. I'm more of a FIFA guy. Call of Duty.
Ah,
Very good. I'm gonna be honest, but
well, I might have to come over there and give you guys a run for your money in FIFA then.
yeah, I bet. No, but probably that. We don't really do a lot of things, like kind of take the days to rest as well, and yeah, we're here to play hockey, and
Right.
if we have time to do something else, we do that, but mostly just getting home and playing some video games and hang out, watching movies, series, shows and stuff.
What about you, Ben?
Yeah, kind of
What
the
do you
same.
like?
I mean, obviously we live together, so we spend a lot of time together. But we'll go in the hot tub or do little things like that. But we don't get done our day until 4 o'clock, so
Right.
we're normally relaxing, just hanging out,
Sure.
watching
Sure.
movies or something.
Yep.
Maybe
Eat, sleep,
go out to
hockey.
eat, but yeah, we don't nothing
Right.
crazy.
Right. What about you, Cole? I understand that you're occasionally working over at the coffee shop there. Are you becoming a barista?
Yeah, I work part time at Daily Grind. They call me the Brorista, since I'm the only guy that works up front most of the time. So then usually just come home and hang out with this little one right here, is Maple. So I usually come home, play with her, and she usually runs me into the ground, and then I'll go to bed and watch some movies. But yeah, usually I'm pretty busy until about 6 o'clock, and then call it a day.
All right. Well, we've got a couple questions in here. We got one for Cole. What's the biggest difference between Wisconsin and North Dakota?
I would say like the weather is pretty similar. I mean, they're both freezing cold in the winter. But it was probably like just being in Minot. It was a little bigger town, a couple more people in the population, but I would just say it's kind of the things to do away from the rink is the difference. In Minot, we couldn't really do as much of like the fishing like in town, and it wasn't like the boys weren't hanging out as much as they do here. So I would just say that it's just a little bit of a different culture, I guess, with the guys and what we're doing away from the rink. Other than that, I mean, I love both places. So it's been great here in Wisconsin, and I enjoyed my time in North Dakota as well.
I thought we were freezing.
All right, we got another one here for everybody. Everybody wants to take a shot at this. Growing up, were you guys mostly focused on hockey, or did you guys play multiple sports growing up?
Yeah, when I was younger, I played soccer a lot. I want to say football, but you guys would thought it was something else. So growing up, played a lot of soccer, hockey, obviously, and then I play handball. I don't think it's very big here. It's a fun sport, going fast. So I played for a while until I was probably 14, 15. I had to quit with both handball and soccer to spend more time on the hockey. So I was not as focused. Hockey was my number one all the time. My dad played hockey when he was younger, so that was kind of my thing. But I enjoyed playing multiple sports. I think I have a it didn't do bad for me, if I say so. Like having that, like playing Sewer before, obviously the number one rated in the team. So yeah,
Yeah, I hockey. Sorry, hockey was always my number one sport, but I played baseball through high school, and then we'd always play, football in the backyard or, go to the park and play soccer. So definitely was just running around playing a whole bunch of sports, but hockey's always been the number one.
For
Excellent.
me, sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
For me, I played hockey, baseball up through high school. Played soccer in middle school for 1 year. Realized that was not the sport for me. So hung up the cleats on that one. Played basketball for a little bit. Couldn't jump or pass or shoot or anything. I was just kind of standing there. So I mean, hockey's always been number one. It's the sport that I've enjoyed the most. But I mean, I played sports growing up just like most guys, and I guess just makes you better athletes at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll answer that one too. I played soccer all 4 years of high school. A little bit of football in grade school, basketball in grade school, and hockey early in grade school, and then there weren't too many organized programs after that. So let's see what else we got. Okay. Who is the best wake surfer on the team?
I don't know. Connor Mahoney is pretty good.
Is he?
I should probably say Connor Mahoney.
Yeah.
What I've seen.
He can like spin on the board and stay up, and so it's got to be him.
Yeah, definitely Mahoney. I think he's got it by a lot.
Mahoney. So who asked that question? Somebody you know?
I don't know.
Probably Mahoney.
Mahoney probably did, huh? All right. And then we've got here's a good one. What teammate or teammates do you guys look up to? Oh, that would be Mr. Moffat that asked that.
Yeah. I don't know if he wanted us to say him, but I don't think anyone here is going to say him. So, no, teammates I look up to. Patrick Isaguso. He's funny. He's a funny guy. I would have loved to have that, like, humor he have. So, probably him.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you can kind of look up to anyone and just, I don't think there's one person, but if you look around the room and take little bits of good things from everyone and look up to people that way, that's kind of how I do it. So,
I mean, I'd probably say that these two right here are probably the guys that I look up to the most on the team. I mean, I lean on these guys every day, along with Sammy Jacobs, to be a big part of our leadership group and kind of lead the team in the right direction. And they've been huge for us this year. And, Bandy just got his A couple weeks ago, and it's been long overdue, and he earned it. And so I think those are the two guys that I look up to the most, plus Sam Jacobs.
Right on. Well, we got another one here too. There's another question from Christopher Wagnitz. What would you guys say is your biggest piece of advice to younger kids playing hockey, hoping to play juniors or college hockey? Want to take a stab at that first, Ben?
yeah, I'll start it. I think honestly, my biggest piece of advice, obviously, work hard, but you got to enjoy it too. Just enjoy playing, because if you don't enjoy playing, you're not going to want to play juniors or college. And then skating is a big one. If there's one thing that really can set you apart, it's how well you can skate. So,
You want me to go, Vic, or you want to go?
No, you can go. You've been last every time, so.
I would probably say, like, the biggest piece of advice I could give a younger kid is that it's just going to be a grind, like, your whole career. Like, it's nonstop work. You can't think that you may be the best player on your team when you're in high school or youth hockey. It doesn't matter. You got to keep working because there's always somebody out there that's going to work harder than you. And I think we see that every day. Like even at our level with guys on our team, like there's always guys doing extra work behind the scenes that nobody sees. So it'd probably just be, keep your head down, keep doing the extra work, and your character is going to be made up of what you do when nobody's watching.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on just than what goes on the ice. That's for sure. There's a lot of things behind the scenes, and it's a good experience to see all you guys taking part in that. I really dig what I see there. All right, here's a good one. We'll take this one first. Annalena Van Herky, who has the best hair on the team? No words needed.
I don't know, Vic. I think my mullet, when I had it fresh cut, might have gave you a run.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really have good hair. I just have long hair, terrible haircut. So I would definitely not give it to myself.
You got a good head of lettuce.
Might be getting it buzzed soon, so
Yeah, I promised I would give it a shave. So haven't happened yet, but we'll see. I don't really know. It's a good Patrick Isigusa have a good haircut now. He promised to dye his hair blonde if we won 3 in a row in the beginning of the season. So I like his haircut.
he's got blonde hair now.
Yeah.
We won 3 in a row.
That's pretty sick.
And then Daniil's got the long red Russian hair, so it's pretty unique.
Yeah, he's got some good lettuce up there, right?
Oh yeah.
So have you guys second? So have you ever met any famous hockey players?
Like how famous? Like
NHL. Probably.
NHL players?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I play with not a lot, but I play with 2 Red Wings guys. With Soderblom, big guy, and Lucas Raymond. Louis Eriksson, as I mentioned before, he's from my hometown. So
Yep.
summer camps, I met him and got his autograph. So yeah, met Henrik Lundqvist one time for an autograph as well. So should say those guys.
What about you, Cole?
I mean, I caddy at a golf course in Colorado during the summer, and a couple of guys that are members there are Joe Sakic, Adam Foote, Nathan McKinnon, Gabe Landeskog. So I've met all those guys and talked to them a couple times during the summer. And then just over the years, like you kind of just see random people at the rink sometimes with their kids, and you go up to them, ask for an autograph, and then you'll never see them again. So,
Right. How about you, Ben?
Yeah, not that I can remember. I don't honestly ever remember meeting any NHL players, but we have a signed Wayne Gretzky jersey at our billet house, if that counts.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Thanks for that question. Here's from Mike. What's your favorite moment from this season so far? I know we're at the halfway point, roughly.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, tough
That is
question.
Probably the first sweep we had, the first weekend we swept. That was really good feeling. Took us a while to do it too, so it felt even better when we did.
Yeah, I have to agree there. No, that was a big step for us and as a team, and to win, take a sweep on home in the dome. So I totally agree there.
I'd probably say like right before Thanksgiving, we had a 4-game stretch that we were just really dialed in, and guys were playing really well, and a couple guys stepped up when we needed them, and it was great to see just the team really close together and having each other's backs and fighting hard through those 4 games to get 8 points. So probably that moment, like those 2 weeks combined, or yeah, 2 weeks combined.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. Well, and that kind of dovetails with this question here. What has been the biggest key to the team's recent success?
Wanna start it?
Yeah, I can. I mean, we have a great group of guys. We're tight. We will, as we mentioned before, we live in a small town, so we're close to each other. We hang out, and like it's easy to do stuff together. And I feel like the team spirit has been really good these last couple of weeks or months when we start winning. So I should probably say that we have good practices. We have fun outside, so it's a good combination. If that even a word.
Yeah, I kind of agree. I kind of have the same opinion on that. I think when you're closer as a team, it's just, I don't know, easier to go to battle together and makes winning that much easier. So I'd just say how close we are as a team.
Yeah, like those guys said, like this is probably the closest knit group of guys I've been with, especially in juniors, and we just got each other's backs every day. Like in practice, we battle hard, and just translates to the games, and everybody knows that they can trust each other to do their jobs, and we play with confidence, and it's just been huge for us, and we've been on a roll and just keep it going.
Excellent. Excellent. Now this one, I don't know this one, so you'll have to help me out with this. This is what is.
Oh, I know exactly who wrote this question. I for sure given this to Mary Rowe, David Rowe, our owner's wife. We stayed there up in Hoden for a couple of weeks, and yeah, she's making a great kladdkaka.
What is it, Vic?
It's like a Swedish chocolate cake. It's amazing. So that's my
Excellent.
answer. I don't think you guys ever tried it.
I tried
so,
it.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Yep. I didn't know what it was called, but I did try a piece.
I've only had her chocolate chip cookies that she brings to the rink every now and then. Those are really good. So I'm taking your word that it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, she's going to have to bring some of that down this weekend for the broadcast booth.
Yeah.
I got to check that out. So, and I was going to ask this question about the dome, the historic dome. How would you compare playing at the dome to other arenas around the league?
Mix, you want to start?
Yeah. I mean, coming from North Dakota, where we were in Minot, and we had like one of the nicer arenas, I guess, that people would consider, just because it was big and it kind of looked like a
Modern.
college rink. Yeah, it was a modern, basically college rink. And just seeing all those rinks in that division, and then coming here, I would say that we don't have the biggest arena in the league, but we definitely have the most passionate fans. It gets loud, and it's awesome just playing in there. Like the atmosphere is just unique, and you can't replicate it anywhere else. And I'd probably say like it's the most fun rink that I've played in my junior career for sure.
Yeah, I think just the feel of the rink. You look up and you got all the wood beams, and there's just a different feel playing there compared to some of the other rinks where they're just kind of basic and normal rinks. Ours is pretty special. So
Yeah, no personality. It kind of reminds me of the old Chicago barn before they moved to the United Center. Something along that line, like the old Boston Garden.
Yeah, we got.
What about you, Victor?
It's probably the coldest rink I've ever been to. If we not, maybe the Cube next to is colder, but like probably the coldest rink I've ever played in. So that's from like they probably said what I think too, but I think it's very cold, and not a lot of other teams have that like cold, which could be an advantage as well. Like I've lined up on face-offs when guys like, oh, is it always this cold? And so
Yeah,
now,
I've heard that a lot in the pregame, but I can hear the other teams uh, bitching about how cold it is in there. So I think you're right. I think that is an advantage, a little bit of home ice advantage.
yeah, you guys are lucky you're having heat up there in Eagle's Nest.
Not a whole lot of it.
It works.
I wear my thermals.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, we got another question here from Christopher. Thanks for the questions. Appreciate it. What would you say coach's best attribute as a leader of this team is?
I think for me, it's just the way he believes in us. We had a pretty rough start to the season, and a lot of coaches in this league would just start, shipping guys off and bringing new guys in. And he kept us and believed in us, and now we're winning games and doing well. So I think that was, and we're obviously close because we've stayed together as a team, and so I think that's the best attribute he has.
Yeah, I would agree. He trusts the process and trust our guys and let us do the work. He give us the keys, what we need to do every game and every practice, and then yeah, the patience, the trust. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like, obviously, if you look at our roster compared to other teams in the league, like, we have probably the most guys that started the year here and have stayed the whole year compared to, like Ben talked about shipping guys out, getting new guys in, especially when we started out the way we did. But I mean, he just, like Vic said, trust the process, and he really is just good at, pulling guys over one on one and talk to them about, like, he'll talk to you about your personal life, what's going on away from the rink, figuring out like how he can help you on the ice, off the ice, and he's just as great of a human being as he is as a coach, and that's all you can ask for. And he really understands that sometimes he needs to get on us harder about some things, and sometimes he's just got to let us figure it out on our own in practice. And it's just been great so far, and obviously it's working for us. So
Yeah, and obviously that to me that type of coaching breeds success, and it creates leaders on the team as well. I think he's got a bright future as a coach, for sure. So, well, that's awesome. And so, any other things that some people might not know about each of you that you want to share while we wait on another question to come in?
I mean, Ben is a pretty good COD player. He's been developed his Call of Duty skills a lot since he started. So, yeah, unnecessary facts.
Yeah, we've been playing a lot, so it's fun.
Yeah, he's been doing better and I've been doing worse. So that's.
So now what volunteer type things around here are you guys looking most forward to? I know one of the things, as I understand it, you guys are going to be volunteering at the pond hockey championships that are coming up here pretty soon, and I expect I'll be out there with you guys as well. Is that something that the guys on the team are looking forward to?
Yeah, for sure. I actually didn't know about that, but we go to a school in Rhinelander every Thursday and help out there. Go to recess with the kids, and then every Tuesday we help out with the youth skates. So yeah, we get around and volunteer quite a bit, and it's fun. We like it. So
Good, excellent. Yeah, Gavin, who has the worst thigh?
Gavin Moffat by far.
Is he
Yeah.
wearing a shiesty mask?
No, that's DiMaggio. Loves that thing.
I have a pretty cool one as well, like neon
Yep.
or pretty dope.
I'll say Daniil because he's the only guy still wearing a cage on the team. So
What about off ice? What about off ice style?
Oh,
we're all pretty bad.
yeah.
We don't try too hard with our outfits. So God,
I don't know. I might have to just give Daniil a shout out for the Crocs he wears every day.
Oh yeah, those are
Yeah.
sick. Those are sick. Switching up with the Augustin Crocs. That's cool.
Excellent.
I see this.
Well, we've been going about. Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, like there was someone asking who has the best style, so probably Daniel then, as Mick said.
See if we missed anything. No, I think we got everything. I think this is a good start. I appreciate you guys coming in. We'll kind of keep it a little short today. We've been going about 40 minutes. Really appreciate you guys coming in. And let's talk about this upcoming weekend. Obviously, it's another big series against the Minnesota Wilderness, who currently they're in second place. Fairbanks has leapfrogged them in the standings. And I think, is this your first meeting against Minnesota this year or the second?
The second. We were out there earlier in the year up in Duluth.
Okay. So a little payback is in order this weekend too, I think, right? I'm not mistaken.
We split with them last time, but definitely want to grab 4 points and keep jumping up the ladder.
Yeah. And you guys got game in hands, certainly on a few of the teams above you. So speaking of which, right after that, you've got a long road trip up to Alaska. How do you guys how do you guys handle a long trip like that with a lot of games played?
You just gotta stick with it, stay focused. I mean, obviously it gets long being up there for 2 weeks, and I think this time too it's gonna be dark for most of the day, and obviously really cold. We're going to Fairbanks, so. But you just have to stay focused. Remember what you're there for, and it's fun though. It's good team bonding. It brings everyone closer. We're all together in the hotel for 2 weeks, so.
Do you guys do any activities on a long road trip like that outside of hockey?
Yeah, last time we did a hiking up in the mountains, so that was pretty cool, unique to see like the landscapes there. It's a cool place, so we did a couple of things. Not that was probably like the big one we did.
Yeah.
I think hopefully maybe we go to the hot springs in Fairbanks, but I'm not sure.
What's that?
Ben, you went, right?
Yeah, we went last year. It's about an hour out of Fairbanks, and it's just a natural hot spring, and just bring your suit and jump in the water, and it's fun. So yeah, hopefully we do that after our set of games 2 weekends from now. So
Excellent. Got a couple more questions in here from our favorite questioner this evening. Gavin Moffat wants to know who's the best shell player, not including Bex.
I think Burf is pretty good. I've seen him one time or two. Gavin is terrible. Really lucky player. A lot of luck. Played him a couple of games this last week and won every one of them, so that was nice. I should say Burf. Zach Burfoot.
I really couldn't tell you. I think everyone's pretty close to the same level, but I know it's not me. I know I'm not the best. So
Yeah, I mean, outside of Bex, I mean, everybody's kind of around the same ballpark. Usually close games, except for Moff. Moff just can't win a game to save his life. Um, but I mean, Beckford's just on a whole different level. He knows controls that nobody else knows, and it's just crazy.
All right. We'll save that question there. And Christopher asks, any weird pregame rituals for any of the guys on the team?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. We're pretty loose. We go into games pretty loose. No one's too uptight. Yeah, there's nothing. No one has any crazy superstitions that I know of. So I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, I mean,
Mickel.
most guys just tape their stick and then play sewer together. So I mean, we don't really have anybody that does anything crazy. We don't have anybody like sniffing their socks or nothing. So I don't really know anything too weird on anybody.
Give it a whiff before the game. Yeah. All right. Ben, this one's for you. How many teeth are you missing? How many chiclets?
Just one. Just the front one.
Just the one.
Yeah. Thankfully, my mother's happy it's just one too. She wishes it was 0, but just one.
All right. Here's one for everybody from Christopher again. Who's the biggest unsung guy that does the dirty work that might go unnoticed on the team?
Ooh.
I'd probably say Everett Patella. He came in and wasn't playing a lot at the start, and he's just been working hard after practice, and now he's been putting up points and doing a lot of good things for us. So
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say Everett or Paul Hughlin. I mean, they're like cut out of the same cloth. I mean, sometimes at practice I get them mixed up. They're so, comparable, and they both work so hard every day at practice in the weight room. And they're both guys that you would want on your team every day of the week. And I mean, it's just great to see them like keep putting in the work, and they're starting to be rewarded with points, and couldn't be happier for them. And I mean, everybody on the team does work so hard, and it's just those guys have really earned their payday, and it's happy to see them getting it.
Excellent.
Yeah, totally agree.
All right. Another one here from, excuse me. Another one here from Mike. What is your favorite hockey moment in your career so far? Cole, you want to start us off on that one?
This is my buddy from back home, and he keeps wanting me to talk about 3-on-3 in the summer, but I can't say that one. I'd say probably playing my first junior game, or no, probably the first time my whole family saw me play a junior game, which was actually here in Eagle River for opening weekend. It was the first time my grandparents had seen me play in person since high school, and first time my mom had been out at the Dome. So I mean, that was pretty special for me, just having my whole family there, see me play for the first time in person in juniors. So that was probably my favorite hockey moment so far in my career.
Yeah. How about you,
Yeah,
Victor?
for me, obviously, just getting over here to play hockey in a country that is my home, and meet new guys, and not knowing anyone. I knew Albin Sibison who left us, but that was like the only guy I knew from the beginning, and coming here and meet new people and new teammates, and see another country is pretty cool. But I must say that winning the Swedish championship with my old team is probably the one of the coolest thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I have one single favorite, but some of my favorite memories were playing youth and going to out of town tournaments. Those were always the most fun for me. So
Excellent. All right, we got a couple more here. Does Ben have the shiniest shoes on the team?
yeah, I sure hope so. I work at a country club in the summer and I shine shoes occasionally. So if my shoes aren't the shiniest, I'm probably doing something wrong.
That's awesome. And this next one's here for Victor. For Victor, what would you say is the biggest difference from the American brand of hockey compared to where you grew up?
This is a tough question. I never really have a good answer when anyone asks, but like it's a smaller sheet most of the time. Like the rink is smaller, um, which kind of make it more intense. It's more hits. Goes fast, like in both ends. Uh, like what I played, the league I played in the last 2 years is a very skilled league. It's a lot of like draft picks and talent in that league. So I should say that the compete and like how fast it goes is one of the biggest difference.
And Ben and Cole, have you ever played on the European sized rinks before?
Yeah, I believe the cube it's called Olympic ice,
Is it?
and so we have those in the States too. I didn't grow up playing on one, but yeah, I believe the cube is Olympic size and what they would play in Sweden. So I've played on
Okay.
Olympic plenty of. Not a big fan though. I like the smaller
Me,
ice.
me neither. I'm not the fastest guy, so playing on a smaller rink is doing me well.
How about you, Cole?
I went over to Sweden in high school for a trip with my team, and we played a couple teams out there. So I've been out to Sweden and played on the Olympic rinks, and like Vic said, I'm not the quickest guy on the ice, so I like the smaller sheet, and don't have to skate as much.
Excellent. All right. Well, we appreciate everybody coming in. Appreciate everybody that watched us on YouTube, and appreciate all the questions. And again, we'd like to do this again. Now, I know you guys might be traveling next week, so you're just going to have to get on from the plane. Otherwise, I'll just do this solo and show the highlights from this upcoming weekend. One more question here from me. Any bad feelings about playing on Friday the 13th?
No, not at all. I'm not superstitious at all, so don't mean anything. At least for me.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I didn't even know it was Friday the 13th, and going into the game, I won't be thinking about that. So it doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me none. Just gotta go out there and get 2 points.
Well, excellent. Well, thank you guys very much for coming in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow over at the practice. Again, thanks everybody for popping in here and watching, and hope to do this again.
Yeah, thanks for having
So
us.
I'm gonna,
Yeah.
oh, certainly want to do this. I think it's a great way for the fans to get to know the players for sure. Because there's much more to you guys than just what you do on the ice. That's for sure. And it's an honor to be a part of your team. I enjoy that very much.
Yeah, we too.
So I'm gonna pull you guys out of here. We'll close this out. I'll keep you in the back room, and then we'll just come back in and close this out. So thanks again, guys. We'll see you guys in just a bit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody coming in again. Windigo Live. We'll try and do it again next Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you very much. We'll close you out with our intro.